7th. Welcome back, dear student. This is the video number 22 of chapter number 4, Animal Kingdom. In this video, we will study the complete summary of this chapter, Animal Kingdom. We already complete the explanation of this chapter. Now, we are going to start the summary of this chapter, chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. You can also see in NCERT book page number 61, the summary is given over there. I divided this chapter in two parts, part 1 and part 2, for the easy understanding of this chapter. In this video, we have concluded both the parts summary in this video. Okay. So first of all, we seen that the basic fundamental characters of different animals, like level of organization, they show the different symmetry, different type of coelom, acoelomate, pseudocoelomate or true segmentation and presence or absence of notochord. So different basic fundamental characters of animals we already seen. Beside these characters, there are so many different features and characters are possessed by animals. For example, on the basis of their different phylum Porifera, all are pore-bearing animals. They are the simplest multicellular organism, the body having a pore which is known as ostia, and one central cavity through water it goes out to the body, that is the osculum. The example of Porifera is Euplectella, also known as Venus flower basket, and Sycon, Leucosolonia. After that, the Coelenterata. Coelentrates are the sting-bearing animals, and the example is Hydra. Then the Platyhelminthes and Escahelminthes. Platyhelminthes are the plate-like, flatted animals, and they are the endoparasites. And Escahelminthes are the rounded animals. Ascaris male and female. An example of Platyhelminthes is Taenia solium, Taenia saginata, Planaria, etc. After that, Annelida. Annelida ring-like bodied animals. They show the segmentation. The main example of Annelida is earthworm, leech, nereis, etc. Okay. After that, the Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the first largest phylum of the animal kingdom, having the largest class Insecta, and they show the different characters. They show the jointed leg and so many characters. The main example of Arthropoda is mosquito, musca, honeybee, different insect, prawn, spider, etc. Next phylum is Mollusca. Phylum Mollusca is the second largest phylum of animal kingdom, and they are the soft-bodied animals. But for protection of their soft body, they possess the calcareous shell, which is made up by calcium carbonate. Some members are derived from this calcareous shell also, and the example is octopus, loligo, pila, unio, etc. After that, the Echinodermata. Echinodermata are the exclusively marine animals, and they have very important characteristic feature of the presence of water vascular system. The example is sea star, brittle star, Holothuria, etc. And the next phylum is Hemichordata. Hemi means half, chordata means notochord. The half of the body possesses the rod-like structure notochord, so they are said to be hemichordate. For example, Balanoplus. Actually, the hemichordates are connecting link between non-chordate to chordate. These are the phylum belonging from non-chordates, and these are the phylum belonging from chordates. Okay. So chordates have different characters. So this is about the hemichordata. And till this we completed as a part 1. Okay. After that, in the part 2. Now from here, this is the part 2 of chapter 4. We started the phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata having the three fundamental characters. First one is the presence of notochord, second is the presence of nerve cord, and third is the presence of pharyngeal gill fluid. Beside this one, another character is presence or absence of post-anal tail. But the three main fundamental characters of presence of notochord, nerve cord and gill fluid is the characteristic feature of phylum Chordata. Okay, and phylum Chordata is further divided into three subphylum: Urochordate, Cephalochordate and Vertebrata. Uro means tail, cephalo means head. If the notochord is present in the tail region of organism, they are said to be urochordate. For example, Hardmania, Acidia, etc. Cephalochordates are those organisms when the notochord present in their head region, head to tail region. Okay, cephalochordates. Example, Amphioxus. Actually, urochordates and cephalochordates are known as protochordates. Okay, and the vertebrates are the two chordates. Vertebrates are those chordates in which the notochord is now modified into vertebral column. Notochord is replaced as a vertebral column. Okay, so hence we say that vertebrates are very important, and the subphylum vertebrates have different classes like Cyclostomata. Cyclostomata are the circular mouthed fish and they are the ectoparasite. All the living member of cyclostomates are ectoparasite on different fishes. For example, Petromyza, the lamprey. After that, the chondrichthyes are the cartilaginous fish, and the example is chondrichthyes is Scolodon. They have the two-chambered heart. And the osteichthyes, next one class is the osteichthyes. Osteichthyes are the bony fishes. Okay, they have the two-chambered heart, and example is Legioida. The next class is amphibia. Amphibia are showing the dual habitat. They are found in the aquatic as well as terrestrial habitat. And the example is frog. They having the three-chambered heart. Next is the reptiles. Reptiles are the creeping or crawling habitat, and they have the three-chambered heart also. One exception, one member having partially four-chambered heart, crocodile. Okay, the example is snakes, lizards, etc. Now the class apes. Class apes are the having completely four-chambered heart, and they are modified for flighting. The forelimbs are modified into wings. They are able to fly. Example is pigeon, parrot, etc. Now the next class is mammals or mammalia. Mammalia, it is a characteristic feature of presence of breast or mammary gland, which is important for the secretion of milk, which nourish the young ones, mammals, and the presence of hair on the body. This is the characteristic feature of mammals or mammalia. They have the four-chambered heart. They are the oviparous or viviparous. Oviparous mammals is platypus, they lay the egg, and viviparous mammals is rat, monkey, and human beings, and etc. So this is all about the complete summary of the chapter number 4, part 1 and part 2, Animal Kingdom, and this is all about video number 22. In the next video, video number 23, we are going to see some exercise question answer.